Today, on July 15, 2025, India stands as a major player on the world economic stage. Its economy is one of the largest globally, often ranked as the fifth biggest. The total value of all goods and services produced in the country, known as the gross domestic product or GDP, is more than $3.7 trillion. This is a very large number, showing the immense scale of economic activity happening every day across the nation. India's economy is not just big, it is also growing very fast. It is one of the fastest growing major economies in the world, with growth rates often exceeding 6 or 7% each year. This rapid expansion means more opportunities, more jobs, and a better standard of living for its people. When we look at the economy per person, called per capita income, the picture is a bit different. Because India has a very large population of over 1.4 billion people, the total economic output is shared among many. This means the income per person is still in the lower middle range compared to developed countries. However, this number is steadily increasing. As the economy continues to grow faster than the population, each person's share of the economic pie gets bigger. This steady rise in per capita income is a positive sign. It shows that the benefits of economic growth are slowly reaching more and more people, improving lives and creating a larger consumer market. The story of India's economy is one of incredible dynamism and potential. It is a story of a young nation with a large population of young people ready to work and innovate. This demographic advantage, often called the demographic dividend, provides a strong foundation for future growth. The energy and ambition of its youth fuel a vibrant startup culture and drive consumption. This youthful energy, combined with a growing middle class, makes India a very attractive market for businesses from all over the world. They see the potential for growth here that is hard to find elsewhere. The world is watching India, expecting it to become an even bigger economic force in the coming years. Understanding India's economy requires looking beyond the national numbers. The country is incredibly diverse, and its economy is a collection of many different state economies, each with its own strengths. Some states are leaders in manufacturing, while others are hubs for technology services. Some are agricultural powerhouses, feeding the entire nation. This diversity is a source of strength, making the economy resilient and adaptable. Throughout this essay, we will explore these different parts of India's economic machine. We will look at the key sectors, the historical changes, and the individual states that together make India an economic powerhouse on the global stage. India's economy is supported by three main pillars: agriculture, industry, and services. Each of these sectors plays a crucial role. The services sector is the largest of the three. It contributes the most to India's GDP, making up more than half of the total economic output. This sector includes a wide range of activities. Think of software developers writing code in Bengaluru, doctors and nurses working in hospitals, teachers in schools, and bankers managing money. It also includes tourism, transportation, and the entire retail industry, from small local shops to large shopping malls. The services sector provides jobs for millions of people, especially in urban areas, and is a key driver of India's modern economy. The second pillar is the industry sector, which is also very important for the nation's growth. This sector is all about making things. It includes manufacturing, construction, and mining. Factories across the country produce everything from cars and smartphones to clothes and steel. The Make in India initiative is a government program designed to boost this sector, encouraging both local and foreign companies to manufacture their products within India. The construction part of this sector builds the roads, bridges, airports, and houses that the country needs. The industry sector is vital because it creates a lot of jobs for a wide range of skill levels and helps the country become more self-reliant. The third pillar is agriculture, which has been the backbone of the Indian economy for centuries. Although its share of the GDP has decreased over the years, it remains incredibly important. This is because a very large part of India's population, especially in rural areas, still depends on agriculture for their livelihood. This sector includes farming of crops like rice, wheat, cotton, and sugarcane. It also includes forestry, fishing, and raising animals for milk and meat. Agriculture ensures food security for the entire nation, which is a huge task for a country with over 1.4 billion people. A good monsoon season, which brings rain for the crops, can boost the entire economy. Together, these three sectors create a balanced and diverse economy. The services sector drives modern growth and connects India to the global market. The industry sector builds the nation's infrastructure and reduces dependence on imports. And the agriculture sector sustains a huge part of the population and ensures that everyone has food to eat. The relationship between these sectors is also important. For example, the industry sector produces tractors for farmers, and the services sector provides banking and transport for both farms and factories. Understanding how these three pillars work together is key to understanding the strength and complexity of the Indian economy as a whole. Before India gained independence in 1947, its economy was shaped by British colonial rule. For nearly 200 years, the main purpose of the Indian economy was to serve the interests of Great Britain. India was a source of raw materials, like cotton and spices, which were sent to factories in Britain. Then, finished goods made in those factories were sold back to the Indian market. This system did not encourage the growth of local industries in India. Instead, it made the country dependent on Britain. While the British built railways and some infrastructure, it was primarily to help them transport goods and control the territory. The colonial period left India with a largely agricultural economy that was not prepared for modern industrial growth. After independence in 1947, India's leaders wanted to build a strong and self-sufficient nation. The first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, introduced a new economic model. It was a mixed economy, with a large role for the government. The government owned and managed major industries like steel, mining, and aviation. This was known as the public sector. The goal was to build a strong industrial base and reduce poverty. This period, from 1947 to around 1991, is often called the License Raj. Private companies needed a license from the government for almost everything, from starting a new factory to increasing production. This system was designed to control the economy, but it also made it very slow and inefficient. The slow pace of growth and a major economic crisis in 1991 forced India to change its direction. This marked the beginning of a new era of economic reforms. By the early 2000s, the effects of these changes were clear. The Indian economy started to grow much faster. The information technology and services sectors exploded, with Indian companies like Infosys and TCS becoming global leaders. This boom created millions of jobs for educated young Indians and led to the growth of a new, confident middle class. Cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Pune became world-renowned IT hubs. This period saw a significant shift, with the private sector becoming the main engine of economic growth. From the 2000s to today, in 2025, India has continued on this path of high growth. The economy has become more integrated with the rest of the world. Foreign companies have invested billions of dollars in India, and Indian companies have expanded their operations overseas. The focus has been on improving infrastructure, like building new highways and airports, and on digital transformation. The government has launched programs like Digital India to bring more people online and improve access to services. This journey, from a controlled, slow-moving economy to a dynamic, open-market economy, has been remarkable. It has transformed India and set the stage for its future as a global economic powerhouse. The year 1991 is the most important year in India's modern economic history. At that time, the country was facing a severe economic crisis. India was running out of foreign currency, which is needed to pay for imports like oil and machinery. The situation was so bad that India had to physically transport its gold reserves to other countries as a guarantee for a loan. The government realized that the old system of a closed, controlled economy was not working. It was time for a big change. The Prime Minister at the time, P.V. Narasimha Rao, and his Finance Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, introduced a bold new set of economic policies. These policies are famously known as the 1991 economic reforms. These reforms were based on three main ideas: liberalization, privatization, and globalization, often called LPG. Liberalization meant reducing government control and regulations. The License Raj system was dismantled. Businesses no longer needed to get a government permit for every small decision. This made it much easier for entrepreneurs to start new companies and for existing companies to expand. It unleashed the energy of the private sector, which had been held back for decades. This new freedom allowed businesses to become more competitive and efficient, leading to more choices and better prices for consumers across the country. Privatization was the second part of the reforms. This meant selling government-owned companies to private owners. The idea was that private companies are often run more efficiently and profitably than government agencies. While this process was slow at first, it gained momentum over the years. The government started to sell its shares in many public sector companies, from banks to manufacturing firms. This not only brought money to the government, but also improved the performance of these companies. It signaled a major shift in thinking, from the government trying to do everything, to the government creating a good environment for private businesses to thrive. Globalization was the third and final piece. This meant opening India's economy to the rest of the world. Before 1991, taxes on imported goods were very high to protect local industries. The reforms lowered these taxes, making it easier for foreign companies to sell their products in India. The rules for foreign investment were also relaxed, inviting companies from around the world to set up factories and offices in India. This brought in new technology, new management techniques, and a lot of capital. It connected India to the global economy, allowing Indian companies to export their goods and services more easily. These 1991 reforms completely changed India's destiny, putting it on the path to becoming the fast-growing economy it is today. When we talk about India's economic powerhouses, the state of Maharashtra is always at the top of the list. Located on the west coast, Maharashtra's economy is the largest of any state in India. If it were a country, its GDP would be comparable to that of nations like Thailand or the United Arab Emirates. The state's capital, Mumbai, is the financial capital of India. It is home to the Reserve Bank of India, the Bombay Stock Exchange, and the headquarters of many large Indian companies and multinational corporations. Maharashtra's economy is honestly very diverse. It has a strong industrial base in cities like Pune and Nashik, which are major centers for automobile manufacturing and engineering. The services sector is the biggest driver of Maharashtra's economy, powered by Mumbai's role as a financial hub. Banking, insurance, and financial services are major employers. The state also has a massive entertainment industry, famously known as Bollywood, which produces more films than any other place in the world. Beyond finance and entertainment, the state is also a leader in software services and exports. The city of Pune, once known only for manufacturing, has transformed into a major IT and education hub, attracting talent from all over the country. This combination of finance, industry, and services makes Maharashtra's economy incredibly robust and dynamic. In the south, Tamil Nadu is another economic titan. It has the second largest state economy in India, with a GDP that would be similar to that of a country like Vietnam. Tamil Nadu is known for its strong and well-diversified manufacturing sector. It is often called the Detroit of India because its capital city, Chennai, and the surrounding areas are home to major car factories for companies like Hyundai, Ford, and Renault-Nissan. The state is India's largest producer of automobiles and auto parts. Besides cars, Tamil Nadu is also a leader in textile manufacturing, especially in cities like Tirupur, known as the knitwear capital of India. Beyond its industrial strength, Tamil Nadu also has a powerful services sector. Chennai is the second largest hub for IT and business process outsourcing services in India, after Bengaluru. Many global technology companies have large offices there. The state also has a very strong healthcare sector, with many high-quality hospitals that attract patients from other parts of India and even from other countries. The state's well-developed infrastructure, including major ports like Chennai and Thoothukudi, helps its industries export their goods to the world. This strong mix of manufacturing, services, and infrastructure makes Tamil Nadu a key engine of India's economic growth. In North India, Uttar Pradesh is an emerging economic giant. It is India's most populous state, with over 240 million people. which is actually more than the population of Brazil. For a long time, its economy was primarily based on agriculture. The state is a top producer of food grains like wheat and rice, as well as sugarcane. However, in recent years, Uttar Pradesh has been working hard to grow its industrial and services sectors. The state government has focused on improving infrastructure, building new expressways and airports to connect its major cities and make it easier to do business. This is attracting new investments to the state. The economic landscape of Uttar Pradesh is changing fast. The region near the national capital, Delhi, which includes cities like Noida and Greater Noida, has become a major hub for the electronics industry. Many large mobile phone companies have set up their manufacturing plants here. This area is also a growing center for IT services. Other cities like the capital, Lucknow, and the industrial city of Kanpur are also seeing new growth. The state is focusing on a One District, One Product program to promote its traditional crafts and industries, from brassware in Moradabad to perfumes in Kannauj. With its huge population and improving business environment, Uttar Pradesh is on track to become a $1 trillion economy on its own. On the west coast, Gujarat has long been known for its business-friendly environment and entrepreneurial spirit. Its economic model is often studied and praised. If Gujarat were a country, its economy would be the size of Hungary's or Qatar's. The state is a leader in industrial and manufacturing activities. It is home to some of India's largest ports, like Mundra and Kandla, which handle a huge portion of the country's cargo trade. This excellent port infrastructure makes it a perfect location for export-oriented industries. The state is a major producer of chemicals, petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, and textiles. Gujarat's industrial success is spread across several cities. Ahmedabad is a major center for textiles and pharmaceuticals. The city of Surat is the world's largest diamond processing hub, where about 90% of the world's diamonds are cut and polished. Vadodara is a hub for engineering and chemical industries. In recent years, Gujarat has also been focusing on new sectors. The Gujarat International Finance Tech City, or GIFT City, is being developed as a global financial and IT hub. The state is also a leader in renewable energy, particularly solar and wind power. This focus on both traditional industry and future-oriented sectors keeps Gujarat at the forefront of India's economic progress. Karnataka, in the south, is another star performer in the Indian economy. Its economic size is comparable to that of a country like Ukraine. The state is famous worldwide for its capital city, Bengaluru, which is known as the Silicon Valley of India. Bengaluru is the heart of India's information technology revolution. It is home to the headquarters of major Indian IT companies like Infosys and Wipro, as well as the research and development centers for hundreds of global technology giants like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. The city's thriving ecosystem of tech companies, skilled engineers, and venture capital firms has made it the startup capital of India. But Karnataka's economy is not just about IT. The state also has a strong manufacturing base, especially in aerospace and heavy engineering. Many of the country's defense and space research organizations are located in Bengaluru. The state is also a leader in biotechnology and has a strong machine tools industry. Beyond its capital, other cities are also growing. Mysuru is emerging as a secondary IT hub, while Hubballi Dharwad is a center for manufacturing. This blend of high-tech services and advanced manufacturing gives Karnataka a unique and powerful economic profile, making it a magnet for talent and investment from around the globe. In the east, West Bengal is a state with a rich history and a large economy, similar in size to that of Kazakhstan. Its capital, Kolkata, was once the capital of British India and a major center of commerce and culture. Today, the state's economy is driven by both agriculture and industry. West Bengal is a leading producer of rice and jute. The industrial sector includes engineering, steel, and chemicals. The city of Haldia is a major industrial port and petrochemical hub. The state has a rich tradition of small and medium-sized enterprises, which form the backbone of its industrial landscape. West Bengal is now looking towards the future by developing its services sector. Kolkata is growing as an IT and BPO destination, taking advantage of its large pool of educated talent. The state is also strategically located as a gateway to northeast India and neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Bhutan, giving it great potential for trade and logistics. Other important states contributing to India's economy include Rajasthan, known for tourism and minerals, Andhra Pradesh, with its long coastline and focus on port-led development and aquaculture, and Telangana, home to the dynamic city of Hyderabad, a major hub for IT, pharmaceuticals, and biotechnology. Each of these states adds its unique strength to the national economy. Beyond the large state economies, India is also made up of many smaller states and union territories, each with its own unique economic identity. In the northeast, for example, states like Assam, Manipur, and Nagaland have economies that are closely tied to their natural resources. Assam is world famous for its tea plantations. It is also a significant producer of crude oil and natural gas. The economies of these northeastern states are largely based on agriculture, forestry, and traditional handicrafts. The government is now focusing on improving connectivity and promoting tourism in this beautiful region to boost economic growth and create more opportunities for the local population. The Himalayan states in the north, such as Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, have economies built around tourism and horticulture. Himachal Pradesh is known as the apple state of India, producing high-quality apples and other fruits. Both states are popular tourist destinations, attracting people who come for the mountains, adventure sports, and religious pilgrimage sites. These states are also home to a growing pharmaceutical industry, with many companies setting up manufacturing plants there. Another important sector for these states is hydropower, as the fast-flowing Himalayan rivers offer great potential for generating clean electricity for the rest of the country. The Union territories of India also have distinct economies. Delhi, which is a city-state and the national capital, has an economy dominated by the services sector. Government administration, trade, finance, and IT services are the main drivers of its economy, which is one of the largest in the country. Puducherry, a former French colony, has an economy based on tourism, textiles, and some manufacturing. In the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the economy revolves around tourism and fishing, taking advantage of the beautiful beaches and marine life. Similarly, in Lakshadweep, tourism and fisheries are the economic mainstays. These smaller states and territories, while not as large in GDP terms, are very important to the country's overall fabric. They showcase India's incredible diversity. From the tea gardens of Assam to the apple orchards of Himachal Pradesh and the beaches of the Andaman Islands, they offer unique products and experiences. The government's focus is on ensuring that these regions are well connected and that their economies can grow in a sustainable way. By developing their unique strengths, these smaller economies contribute to the resilience and richness of the larger Indian economy, ensuring that growth is more inclusive and widespread across the nation. Looking ahead, the future of the Indian economy appears bright and full of opportunities. Several key areas are expected to drive the next wave of growth. One of the most important is the digital economy. With more than half of its population online and cheap data costs, India has a massive digital consumer base. This is fueling the growth of e-commerce, digital payments, and online education and entertainment. The startup ecosystem, especially in financial technology, is one of the most vibrant in the world. Companies are creating innovative solutions that are changing how people save, borrow, and transact money, bringing millions of people into the formal financial system for the first time. Another major growth area is green energy. As a large and growing economy, India's energy needs are huge. The country is making a massive push towards renewable energy sources like solar and wind power. It has set ambitious targets to increase its green energy capacity. This shift is not just good for the environment, it is also a huge economic opportunity. It involves building massive solar parks and wind farms, manufacturing solar panels and batteries, and developing new technologies for energy storage. This transition to a green economy will create a new set of industries and jobs, making India a leader in the global fight against climate change. The manufacturing sector is also set for a major transformation. The government's Make in India program, combined with production-linked incentive schemes, is encouraging companies to set up and expand their manufacturing in India. The goal is to make India a global manufacturing hub, not just for domestic needs, but for exports as well. Key focus areas include electronics, pharmaceuticals, automobiles, and textiles. As global supply chains shift, many international companies are looking at India as an alternative manufacturing destination. This push will create millions of jobs and make the economy more self-reliant and resilient to global shocks. Finally, massive investment in infrastructure will continue to be a cornerstone of India's growth story. The government is spending billions of dollars on building new highways, railways, airports, and ports. This improves connectivity, reduces logistics costs for businesses, and makes the economy more efficient. This infrastructure boom, combined with the energy of its startups, the expansion of its manufacturing base, and the transition to a digital and green economy, paints a very promising picture. India is not just growing, it is transforming. The coming decade will be crucial in determining whether India can realize its full potential and become a true global economic leader for the 21st century.